Hi, welcome to the Introduction to Qbox webinar designed specifically for small business owners or anybody who wants to share internally with just their staff. Before we begin, I just want to note that Qbox is only sharing the data file, so all shared users must have the same year of QuickBooks installed on their computer to be able to open and view that shared company file. In my use case, I'm using QuickBooks Pro 2020, so anybody with a 2020 version will be able to open and view my company file. The only exception to that rule is QuickBooks Enterprise. In that use case, all shared users must have a QuickBooks Enterprise subscription in the same year. So let's jump into it. Everybody downloads and installs this Qbox Explorer. The Qbox Explorer is just a shortcut window to all of my folders and files I have in my account. If you actually look at the top here, there's a path, and if I follow this path through my File Explorer, I would eventually see all of my folders and files in my Qbox account. So I do want to emphasize that all shared users are always working locally on their own computer, which is nice because you have that environment. So you can print locally, backup locally. You're not taking somebody's entire computer screen, and you're not relying on somebody else's internet connection. When it's time to work on a company file, all you're going to do is open up your folder, and here's my local QuickBooks file. I'm just going to double click on it, which will automatically open up QuickBooks as well as that company file. Now, Qbox only allows one person to work in a company file at a time, and how we control that is by having this locking mechanism. So after I type in my password, the next prompt I'm going to see is a lock request. This lock request is essentially asking me, am I going to work in the company file? If I will work in the company file, I would say yes. If I just wanted to go into the file as a read only, I can say no. Right now I am going to work, so I'm going to say yes. And after I say yes, it gives me confirmation that the file has been locked. Just for a second, I'm going to jump back to my Qbox Explorer. For the file that I just opened, you'll notice there's now a lock icon with my email address. So this is real-time information between you and your staff. You'll be able to see who's actively working in that company file. Even though the file is locked, at any point any shared user can always go into the file as a read-only. They can run reports or view historical information, but they will not see any live real-time edits. Back on my end, since I'm the one who has it open and locked, it's a local copy of QuickBooks. I can do anything I normally do. I can enter invoices, I can complete my reconciliations. Once I'm done working and I want to sync the file and release the lock, all I have to do is close out of the company file. That can be done by either going to File, Close Company, I can go to File and exit QuickBooks, or I can use the X in the upper right-hand corner. Now Qbox runs on a cycle, so in about a minute or so it's going to realize that the file has been closed and it will automatically start the sync process. What it's doing during the sync process is a quick comparison of my local copy, since I'm the one who had it open and locked, and the copy we keep in the cloud. And it's only syncing up those incremental changes up to the cloud's copy. Once it's done syncing, the file becomes unlocked and will push my changes to all of my other shared users so that they have the exact same version of the file that I just worked in. If their computer happens to be off during that sync, no problem. Once they do turn on their computer, Qbox pings the cloud to see if there's any changes, and if there are any changes, it automatically will sync down to them before they're able to lock that company file. So that's our lock and sync process. I do want to mention that your folder has 10 gigabytes of capacity, so you can put multiple QuickBooks files in your one folder, as well as create some additional subfolders. Now looking at my screen, you'll see my additional subfolders. In these subfolders, I have Microsoft Office file formats. So here I have Word, PowerPoint, another QuickBooks file, as well as Excel and PDF. Image files are also supported, so any kind of PNG or JPEG, you can throw that into Qbox. These subfolders are automatically shared with all of your shared users, so anything you place in there will automatically sync over so everybody has access. So that's pretty much it in our Qbox Explorer, and really that's about 99% of your interaction. But when you do sign up for an account, you get a login. to our web dashboard. And our web dashboard is essentially where you administer your account. So you'll notice you see the same folder that you saw on my desktop level, but to the right is a green share button. If I click on that green share button, it's going to show me who I'm actively sharing my folder with. As the account owner, I can add additional users. I do want to mention that shared users are completely free, so you can invite as many people as you need or want to share your folder at no additional cost. Qbox does keep copies of your files in the cloud, and that does provide you with some additional benefits. The first is going to be if anything ever happens to one of your company computers, or maybe you get a new computer. All you have to do is log into your web dashboard. You're going to click Admin in the upper right, and then to your left you can click on Download Qbox Client. That will not only put the Qbox software back onto your PC, but it'll also download any latest versions of the files you have in the cloud, so you don't have to worry about finding your latest backup or thumb driving your files over. In addition to that, Qbox also offers versioning and rollback. So every time you lock and sync a company file, it creates a new version in the cloud. Qbox keeps the last 20 versions available for you. So if somebody goes into the company file and makes a bunch of changes you wish they hadn't, all you have to do is go into the folder itself, and we have this blue history button. If you select it, it'll show you the last 20 versions, so at any time you can go ahead and roll back to one of the previous synced versions. So that's pretty much our web dashboard, and we'll go ahead and we'll end on our pricing page. Now our pricing is very straightforward. It's based on the number of folders in your account. In my use case, I only have one folder, so that one folder is $12 a month or $120 a year. With that, I can invite as many users as I need or want to. I also get 10 gigabytes of storage capacity, so that again is multiple QuickBooks files if I need it, or subfolders, as well as Microsoft Office file formats up to that 10 gigabyte limit. I also get unlimited support by phone, chat, and email for me and all of my team. The best part of that is anybody on your team has any issues, they call us directly. We don't need any kind of authorization from the account owner to go ahead and help them. As soon as you give us a call, you're talking to a live person who can go ahead and jump into their computer and help them with whatever they may need. And then as a new user, you'll get your first 30 days free. So we have a no credit card obligation sign up. After your 30 days, we just send you an email notification telling you your first bill is due. And from there, you can choose the monthly plan or the annual plan if you want to have some additional savings. And that wraps it up for our Introduction to Qbox webinar for small business owners. If you have any additional questions, always feel free to reach out to us, and we'd be happy to answer them for you.